Hey, everybody, and welcome to my space. This is Sherry Pluskota, and my co hosts this evening are Brian and Donna. How are you guys?
Great. How are you doing, Sherry?
Doing good, thanks.
Yeah, good, thanks. Tired like, but I'm good.
Okay, Donna's joining us in the wee hours of night in the UK. Logan, do me a favor and hit the request button on the bottom left corner of your screen. I already sent you an invite to speak, but sometimes it's just easier if you make a request. I don't know if we spoke about you needing to be on your telephone instead of a computer or not, but if you're on a computer right now, if you could switch to a phone, that's fine. There he is. Hey, Logan, how are you? Press that mic button on the bottom left. This is we are popping Logan's Spaces Cherry this evening. So if you just press that microphone button on the bottom left, Logan.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. First, I want to introduce you. I see Cool Chick is listening, but my co hosts this evening are Brian and Donna.
Okay, nice to meet you guys.
You,
Hi,
Logan?
nice to meet you too, Logan.
All right.
Yeah.
If you guys can shut your mics off for just a minute, I'm going to do a little bit of house cleaning and then we're going to get underway. First, I want to thank our sponsor, Elevator Results, who has been with us since we started this thing last year. If you need a tailor made workout program due to injuries, health, or otherwise, Elevator Results can help you lose weight or gain weight. Check out their Twitter account or their webpage at elevatorresultspt.com. Please give them a follow. Another thing I wanted to mention, um, there's been a couple of things going on in spaces this week that I felt the need to address for just a moment. So you guys bear with me. First of all, we have Big Earn, who I guess he got some money out of Connor, who gave it to him out of the kindness of his heart, some buy ins for the Space Jam home game. And it turned into not a nice affair when it was figured out that he really blew the money instead of playing the tournaments he was supposed to play with it, and came into a space. I wasn't there. It's my understanding he came into a space with a bit of an attitude instead of an apologetic attitude. So, unfortunately, Big Earn took the hatchets this week, rightfully so. He changed his handle on Twitter to Chris Peterson, but that is definitely Big Earn. So, he did approach me about giving him, about taking a piece of his main event seat the morning that all of this started. So I am thankful that I told him no. Moving right along, if you are the persons or you know who the persons are that threw a wrench into the Space Jam game, which the guys, Doinky and Chase and Hex and Avi and Roncoon, have been working very hard to put together for everyone. If you guys are part of the cover up for that, BJ scandal, please give yourselves up so the healing can begin. You guys were all wrong. You were. And you can't be in spaces crucifying other people when you're holding secrets about stuff you did yourselves. So give yourselves up, please. Now, all of that being said, we're moving along. First of all, Brian is running through the airports tonight, so he's going to be in and out because he's making his way to Vegas for the um, World Series of Poker, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, I'm going to introduce Logan Hewett. This is the first time he's been in a space, and I'm going to introduce him, and then I'm going to give a little bit of information about some things that have been going on in his life today. And it's just been a rough fucking day. That's all I'm going to tell you. Um, our guest Logan is from Iota, Louisiana, and studied at LSU. His total live earnings on the Hendon Mob is over 750,000, with his best live cash over 74,000 for his fourth place finish in the $800 no limit $500 500K guarantee in Dallas in April of 2021, followed by a $71,000 bink in May of 2021 with several binks in between. He won the $600 no limit event number 10 at Prime Social. So he has been on a roll. His numbers don't lie. In Let me see. He has a total of 91 entries in on the Hendon Mob. No, I'm sorry. Let me go back for a minute. He has 101 entries on Hendon Mob since 2016. He has 15 top 5 finishes. Logan has 9 WSOP caches and 1 WPT cache. And let me tell you, he's a crusher. Logan's most profitable year was over $500,000 in 2021. It was $536,775. A crusher. Now, I alluded to it being a rough day today, and I really had some other things kind of lined up, but I know it's kind of weighing heavy on Logan. So we're just going to release the pressure so we can go on and talk about some other stuff. So I'm going to briefly surmise what took place today. And Logan, we're not going to ask him any details because I know he's reached out to a lawyer. But what I want today is for our audience, and I know Brian, you'll have some comments about this, and maybe Donna too, to give him some words of wisdom, any knowledge you have of it happening to others in the poker world, how they handled it, any course of action that you guys may know. And we've talked about it in the spaces before, but I want to open it up. So once you hear what took place, please be thinking of solutions to help Logan. So first, welcome, Logan. Welcome, welcome. You got to click that mic button back on, bud.
Bottom left-hand corner, Logan.
Okay.
There you go. How are you, pal?
Yeah.
You doing
I'm still
okay?
driving. It was a chaotic day.
Yes, it was. And I just wanted to give you a chance to say hey to everybody. And I'm just going to give a little summary of the day, Logan. And I don't recommend that you give many details just because it's a legal thing now. And I don't want anything to hurt your situation. Okay.
And really, I'm not even going for a case. I just want reinstatement for World Series of Poker.
Right. So let me just give a little summary of what happened. So I got a message from Logan earlier today and a copy of a letter from Caesar Properties that he has been trespassed. And just briefly speaking, nothing physical. I'm just going to say that nothing, no physical altercation, but he was having problems with a person for like the last 2 years, and it came to a head, and he thought he was going to just be banned from a local property, but when he got the letter, it was for all the properties. And this is his livelihood. So I want people to think about anything they've heard in the past about this type of situation. And in a few minutes, I want you to come up and give your opinion, any advice you have to help him to get reinstated from that trespass. Is that enough info for you, Logan, or did you want to add something?
Logan, can you guys hear me? Sherry?
Okay, I can now. Go ahead and give any thoughts or advice you may have, Brian.
I think it's a huge problem because.
Hello?
You're back. Go ahead, Logan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just ramped up their tactics over 2 years, and the threats got out of line. And he'd tell me he knew where I lived and that he was going to send people to my house and follow me home, and that I should, watch over my shoulder every time I go outside and this and that. And I took that for 2 years and just kind of sat there and didn't react or respond. And over the course of time, I was standing there registering for a poker game, and he came up to the poker desk and instigated with me.
You've cut out, Logan. My guess is he's losing service as he drives. Brian, you're really quiet, bud.
Okay, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, Brian, go ahead and give your thoughts while we wait for him to come back.
So this is a huge problem because even like you might know, like the people that run the World Series, like, I can go have a conversation with Jack and that kind of thing. But ultimately, those people don't have any say in any of this. Once it's handed over to security, you're just done. That's why you have to just be really, really careful when this kind of thing comes up. And it is probably going to take him a long time, if ever, to get this worked out.
So, do you think people speaking on his behalf, writing letters or emails, um, speaking for his character, any of that going to help, Brian?
It doesn't hurt, but I mean, look at Slay. Like he had this situation. He was he definitely kind of went overboard and shouldn't have did what he did, whatever he did. And mind you, I don't know what happened in this situation, but almost it doesn't matter once it gets to security. They're like, why do we need to take the risk? It was already a problem. You've already been banned, and it's very, very, very difficult. Now, he may be able to get, I have an attorney that I can point him to that might be able to, you know, write letters on his behalf and try to work with them and whatever, but it is not easy. This is why last year, remember,
I know.
I was saying to Eden, like, be very, very careful, and everybody's cheering him on and I'm like, you guys are gonna get this guy banned. Like, I mean, it was not a surprise.
We tried to tell him.
Because I've seen situations, and I don't know all of what's happened here in this, but I've seen situations where the person was really in the right to be frustrated or whatever happened. And it wasn't like they did something crazy. Like, look at Eden's. Like, I mean, he was just a little bit probably loud and whatever, and whatever. It wasn't like he was, I don't think he was threatening anybody or anything, but like, it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm sad to hear that. When you said legal, I was thinking you're going to talk about some gambling debt or something like that.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can now, but
Yep.
you're definitely losing service. So if you could,
It's a tricky the sound is very tricky. I'm not used to spaces and my phone isn't reacting well.
right, because
And
you're traveling.
yeah, and then I try to speak to my phone and it bumps the screen and then the screen moves and it doesn't go dark in a sense,
Right. And I don't know if you have time where you could just pull over where you could maybe get good reception for a little while we chat or not, but that
Yeah.
is
I'm
definitely a
almost back
possibility.
home.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
did you want to add anything else? I know you didn't probably hear everything we were saying. To surmise, Brian said it's going to be very difficult to be reinstated, but he definitely
Oh
has a
yeah.
lawyer he could refer you to.
Yeah, and I'm speaking with a lawyer friend who specializes in gambling cases.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Yeah, we have a little game plan and we're just going to hope it all works out.
Perfect. Now,
But man, talk about devastating.
it is devastating. And I know I'm going to bring up another topic here in a minute that this whole thing affects. Logan and I have been going around and around in text messages today. Of course, he's, understandably, is very upset. But he does have some cool things that have been happening for him and in the past and coming up, and, which is affected by this letter, of course, the WSOP, right? And one of
It's
the
15
things,
years of my life's work. I've
of
literally put
course,
everything else off to chase this dream, and I finally have it to where I'm doing it at the level I've always dreamed of, basically. And I can't go to World Series this year, you know?
I hear you, bud. And you know what? Let's focus on something you did recently that's a big positive, and maybe we could distract you for just a minute. Um, did you not just recently win a package for the WSOP on Club GG?
Haha, you're right. I free rolled into the main event, and I was very excited about playing that one. Happy that I free rolled in through Club GG. And yeah, dreams crashed for now.
Well, let's hold. We're going to hold on to hope.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: was it anything besides the WSOP seat? Did you get anything in that package other than the seat?
They sent me 2K for travel expenses, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it
Very
covers my
cool.
rent for the whole summer and some.
Hell yeah. Now
Yep.
another thing I'm going to touch on, because I looked at the stats of that tournament. You had it posted on your Facebook page, and it stated in the stats from GG that your best hand was pocket jacks. And everybody that knows me knows that I hate pocket jacks. Whether I have them or my opponent has them, they just are the curse of death for me.
Unless you
So
flop a set.
yeah, right.
That's
Now
how I did
I've
it.
actually have lost with them with a flop set and a full house. But anyway, it's not here nor there. So do you remember that hand, and would you tell us about that hand with pocket jacks, which were your best hand for that tournament?
I actually don't remember that hand.
See,
That's
it's a
hilarious, right?
curse. It's a
Oh
curse.
yeah. I see.
Logan,
And
Logan, has
I'm
it?
the kind of person that I just play. I don't really, a hand that happens doesn't really. It's not about any hand that happens doesn't really win or lose. I don't really notice, or it's more about just being my whole process. That's what I care about.
Well, and
So
it's
in the
funny
moment,
go ahead.
I try to just stay true to my process. And poker happens. We get hands. We win and we lose chips. But what's important to me is my process. What
I
you know.
cannot
That's
agree
what matters
more.
to me.
I could not agree more. And
Yep.
it kills me. There are people that can tell you, Brian is a good example. He can tell you about hands that took place 15 years ago. I can't tell you about a flipping hand I played 15 minutes ago because when I started poker, part of my process was not to get hooked up mentally or tilting on my last hand. So put it out of my mind, make a mental note if I made a mistake, what that mistake was, or just remember that hand if I need to learn from that hand. But other than
That's
that,
it.
I try to let them go as soon as they happen.
That's it, because I want to be in the moment and be present. So I don't
100%.
really notice, once it's over, I'm on to whatever we're doing now, what's the next hand, what's happening now. That's where I go.
I totally agree, but everybody handles it differently. And I have friends that are amazing poker players, and they remember every damn hand they played today. And God bless them.
and and when I'm playing like World Series of Poker, I'll remember those a little bit more. But when I'm playing online, there'll be a handful or two of tables going, and it's hard to really remember those.
Right.
Logan, are they gonna let you cash out the seat, or have you heard anything about that yet?
I haven't got on them about the process yet. I've been a little bit overwhelmed, and I've probably talked to over 200 friends today and had to tell the same story a bunch of times. And it's been an exhausting day, but I'm going to get in contact with them. I believe the seat is transferable, but non-refundable.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and
That's
whatever
good.
happens, we'll go forward.
Now, I know that you have a treasured memory of about a brief conversation that you had with the great Doyle Brunson. Would you share that with our listeners?
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, so I was staying in Vegas for about a year in 2015. Playing. I was waiting for the Aria Daily to start, and I'm standing in line to get a coffee and a sandwich, and Doyle Brunson's on his scooter in front of me, and I know exactly what to say to him. I say, Doyle, you remember a man by the name of Junior Prazel? He looks at me, says, I ain't heard that name in 15 years. And we started talking, and I let him know that I learned how to play poker against Junior 1-3 at my local casino, and he's been knowing Junior since the 60s and the 70s and through the 80s and 90s. And it was just really cool to get to relate to Doyle Brunson about one of his old friends. And
That's awesome.
from a I was a 23 or a 24-year-old kid then, so it was really cool to be able to bring up Junior.
What a great conversation, and you jogged a memory for him too, and I think that's very special indeed.
Junior was a legend. He ran some chicken fights and some poker games out in the country in Louisiana, but people would fly in from Europe. They were people from Japan that would come in, and everybody would gamble and do the chicken fights, and it became a big thing. And then Junior eventually went to Dallas, and he did really good in Dallas, and that's where he made friends with TJ and Doyle and Amarillo Slim and Sailor Roberts, and he traveled around with them a little bit, and just kind of an old forgotten legend, you know.
That's awesome. What a great story. Is he still around or did he pass, Logan?
He passed about 4 months before I had a chance to talk to Doyle about him.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
I know that you're Logan Wookie Hewett. How did you get the Wookie?
Well, sometimes I forget to get a haircut or I won't shave for a while. And it's kind of came about like that, like kind of like Chewbacca.
Who
you know.
doesn't love Chewbacca?
Well, thank you.
Right?
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
my friends called me that, and I used it for a few online sites and things here and there.
Now, I know that, and some of us here tonight may know about this and some don't. So I'm just going to give a little background a little bit and then we'll discuss it. So, Mattress Mac had a poker stallion team that you were a part of. I'm going to ask you some questions about it because I'm so curious. First of all, did you guys all stay in a content house?
Run that by me again?
Did you guys all stay in a content house when you were on the poker stallion team?
We had two houses. One was in Summerlin and one was in Henderson, and we also had a suite on the Strip to serve as a home base.
Got it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like, it was a great opportunity. I just wish it had all worked out a little bit better.
All right, let's talk about it. So, how did you get picked for that team?
My friend Will Leffingell. Are you familiar with Will?
I do not know Will.
Okay, well, he plays a lot of PLO. He's the host of Champions Houston PLO stream every Wednesday, I believe. They
Oh,
play 1025 PLO on stream. He's a great guy. Well, his father-in-law worked for Mattress Mac his entire life, and as a retirement present, he sent all of us out there to just, go play some poker because his good friend that worked for him forever loved it. So he presented us with an opportunity to go play some poker on him.
that's amazing. So, how
It
long
was.
were you guys in Vegas for as a team?
Well, we had 2 months. It was a 2-month contract with no makeup, but also no real long-term plan for it. It was just 2 months. Here's 40,000, 30,000 for side events, 10K for the main event, and whew, I tried so hard and I dusted it.
Well, you can't be upset that you tried your hardest, right? And
Oh yeah.
what a great opportunity. How many were on the team?
I believe there were 12 of us. It was quite a team.
That's awesome. And each of you got 40 grand.
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever been presented with any opportunity, even remotely like that.
That's
It was very
amazing.
cool. Yeah, super
Very
grateful to
cool.
have been a part of that. Made some lifelong friends. I love my stallions. We were the poker
Absolutely.
stallions.
Now tell me, how did you guys pick tournaments? Did you guys all play the same tournament or play, or did you guys, make sure you didn't play the same tournament or what?
Oh, we just did what we felt was best for us. Whatever was on the schedule, whichever property, just do what's good for you. And it was nice. We had a couple shots at some deep runs. Didn't catch the breaks at the right times, and overall, I think we had 4 or 5 winners off of the team. And I think we ended up coming back with a little bit over half the money altogether. I mean, but there were some absolute amazing players on that team. David Mazarulov, or
I'm sorry, you cut off David who, honey? Uh-oh, we may have lost him again. Logan, if you can hear me, I cannot hear you, bud. Brian, where are you right now?
I'm getting inspected by the TSA agent. He's taking me to dinner first,
Awesome.
and then we're gonna have some wine, and then the cavity search.
Oh, goody for you.
Yes.
Spread them. Logan, you back with us?
yeah, I believe so. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I sure can. You were saying that one of the team members was David, and we did not hear after that.
Mazarulov.
Oh, I don't know him either. Where's he out of? Houston?
Oh, he's out of Houston. We ended up traveling together for a lot of the 2021 year. That was the only year I've ever done tour or fully pursued live tournaments. Most of my career, I've played online tournaments and live cash. So
Yeah,
me and him hit the road together after we did pretty good in some Houston tournaments, and we kept picking the next tournament to go to.
that's awesome. Did you play mainly WSOP, WPT, or did you just do anything like Run Good or any other series that was in your path? Logan, we cannot hear you, bud. Logan, we cannot hear you.
Hello?
Not there.
Okay, you there, Logan?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you're walking or, but you keep coming in and out. So my question was, did you mainly play like WSOP stops, or did you do like Run Good, WPT, and whatever was in your path?
Well, Texas was wide open. So the whole thing got spurred by a hurricane that hit my hometown at the
Right.
end of 2020. And I ended up in
Uh-oh. Logan, we cannot hear you, bud. Logan? Logan?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. All we heard was that it was you guys started because a hurricane hit your town.
Yeah, my house was fairly demolished, and I couldn't get back to it for almost 8 months. And that's what led to me trying live tournaments. And then I got a little bit hot, and I just kept going. It was very new to me.
That's amazing. So let's dig into your start in poker, because I know we have chatted before, and you have a very interesting story. So take us through your story of your poker and life. We cannot hear you, Logan.
Hello?
Hello. Are you outside? Where are you right now?
Um, well, I'm outside my house. I ran into another predicament. I left my house key in Houston this morning.
Oh no.
Yeah, whenever my mom sent me the text saying my letter arrived and I was distraught, I handed my friend back my house key instead of his, and then I drove back home. I
Oh,
tried to get in
Oh
my
my
house, and
days.
I don't. So I'm just kind of walking around outside.
okay, because you're cutting in and out. So like now I can't hear you. So you've lost. We got to get you where you're on a. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's really hard. The speaker option. I'm not used to spaces, and it's kind of hard to be able to hear and talk.
You're right. And honestly, what kind of phone do you have?
Galaxy,
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
I've
Android.
got a Galaxy,
Android. Okay.
Android. Yeah.
Okay. So I would just suggest wherever you're standing right now or sitting to stay in that spot because you have good service right now.
Okay.
And And honestly, you don't even need to look at your screen or anything. Um, if you want to just hold it so you could hear what we're saying and so you can talk, maybe that'll be easier. Again, I'm not familiar with your phone, but that would just be my off
I
the
am.
cuff.
Yeah.
Logan,
And then,
also turn your volume button up as well if
so
your
you can hear me
volume's
right.
low. Yeah,
Yes.
and you'll
Okay,
be
yeah, I'll
able
just
to
do that.
hear us too.
And I see a couple of our listeners have requested just give us a few more minutes, folks, and then I'm going to bring you up. Okay, so Logan, I forgot what the hell my question was. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know what it was. Logan, I know that you've spoken to me about um, that you feel that you've had an interesting life navigating life and poker. Go ahead and tell us your story.
Logan, can I just ask you, have you got Bluetooth on as well?
Logan, we cannot hear you, bud.
Oh,
Are you there?
yeah, and I have full service.
Okay,
Have you
so
have you got Bluetooth on?
do you have
Come again?
Bluetooth on, Logan?
No.
Okay.
All right. So, Logan, tell us about your journey in life and poker.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of jumped off the diving board before I knew how to swim, and I decided that I wanted to learn how to do this. It was 2008. I stopped going to class. I got addicted to poker, got obsessed with it.
We can't hear you, Logan. Logan, are you there?
Hello?
Okay, so you got addicted to it, is where we stopped
Yeah.
hearing.
And then I started to win a little bit, and then Black Friday happened, and they killed the dream, right?
Right, you were devastated.
Yeah. And I transitioned to trying to play live poker, and I lost my bankroll very fast because I wasn't used to it.
Logan, we cannot hear you. Logan, we can't hear you.
Well, they said things comes in threes.
Yeah, I'm still in the same place. It does this, and when my screen locks up, I think it kills the mic, and
Oh,
I
it
don't know
does. You
how.
can't let your screen close. Yeah, you can't let your screen close.
Yeah, this is I don't
So
know.
can
I
I'm
was going
struggling.
to
so can you
suggest
put us
that
on?
next.
Yeah, can you put us on speaker?
Um, all I have is that microphone at the bottom. I don't have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
speaker option.
yeah. But like when you talk on the phone, do you ever do speakerphone?
Yes,
Okay, so do speakerphone. I'm just thinking out loud, and if
it
you just
doesn't
hit,
give the option through spaces to turn on speakerphone.
yeah, if you swipe out of spaces but don't hang us up, you should be able to get to your normal. No, I don't know on a Galaxy. I'm just spewing shit I probably am making up.
Just keep your finger on the screen, Logan, and it stops the black screen coming up. Because it sounds as though you've got it set for a certain amount of minutes before it turns off to black screen.
All right,
So,
let's give it a try.
Okay.
So maybe keep a finger on your screen to keep it going for you. So,
Yeah, I got it. I'll
all
just
right,
touch it
all right, perfect. So you ran through your bankroll, and then what
real
happened?
fast.
And
Yeah.
then what happened? What'd you do then?
Oh, I was working at a convenience store and playing online after that on Bovada, America's Card Room. Actually moved to Vegas in 2014 to play on WSOP.com. And I lasted about a year and a half, and I came back home with about half the money I went out with after, surviving and living. It was a great learning experience. Then I kind of just came back home and transitioned to live cash games, and I did that for years, and it worked really well.
So, do you think that a lot of poker players probably go through the same thing like that?
Oh yeah,
I do too. I think
yeah.
that's a story that a lot of poker players can relate to or have gone through or know somebody that has gone through it. Now, I'm going to read you what Cool Chick has sent me some messages because her phone's about to die. She said that if you're wearing earbuds, it's going to make it worse for you. And
I'm not.
if you have Bluetooth on, turn it off. That she
I'm,
has a Galaxy. So there's Cool Chick's advice, and I'm going
yeah.
to add her as a speaker because her phone's about to die, and I want to give her a chance. Go ahead, Cool Chick.
Oh, I made it home and I plugged in, but I do have a Galaxy. Which Galaxy do you have, sweetheart?
Oh,
Okay, mine switches on Bluetooth automatically. So if you do me a favor, if you go to your settings real quick or either scroll down from the top and you can see Bluetooth up there at the top, make sure that's off.
I've already done that 4 times. It's
Okay,
off. It's never been on.
I
That's
just
why.
wanted to make sure. The only other thing is you can do a screen search for screen, and you can set that to like 5 minutes. But mine has never muted me on a space. I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
No,
But
you're
I love
good.
your story.
It's just one of those things. It's been a wild day.
Yeah,
Nothing's
we're
been
all
easy
good.
today.
Cool Chick, thank you for trying to help us, love. I appreciate you and you listening with us today. Um, Go ahead, Brian. I'm going to give you a chance before you have that cavity search. Go ahead, bud. Brian, maybe he's
He
already
might
in the
be,
position.
There he is.
he might be doing it now.
Go ahead, Donna. I'll let you go.
Yeah, Logan, I've got the S21, so like I know what it is. Just keep moving your finger on and off it.
Yeah,
First off, I'd
that's what
like
we're
to
doing.
say
That's
welcome to
that's what we. Yeah.
Spaces.
Donna, you have some
Congrat-
questions?
yes, I have.
Hello, Donna.
What is your favourite hand?
Pocket aces.
Pocket aces.
You
Why?
you love them, right?
But aces get cracked quite a lot.
Yeah, but they win more than other stuff.
And what's your biggest bluff?
Oh my
What's
goodness. Well, in that,
press the screen? Touch
Logan, are
the
you there?
side button and press the screen.
You there, bud?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, what's your biggest bluff that
Well,
you've done?
that Jack 3 of diamonds at the final table of Texas Courthouse, the $800 one that I hit for 75K for fourth.
Tell us about it.
Raised under the gun with Jack 3 of diamonds. Flop comes Ace King Queen 1 diamond. I continuation bet small. Button calls. Turn comes a 4 of diamonds. I check. The other man bets pot, and I just rip it on him. And he tank folds King Queen face up.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I remember that one.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it's on a live stream. You can go find it if you want to watch that silly tournament.
I don't think it's a silly tournament, Logan, if you came in fourth.
Yeah, no. It was fun. It's the whole journey's been amazing.
So where do you see yourself going on from here, apart from the WSOP?
Well, it looks like I'll be going to the Wynn and the Venetian, the Orleans and the Golden Nugget and the MGM and the Aria. Unfortunately, no WSOP this year.
Will you be doing the WPT in December?
That's a good plan. I really like that tournament and that.
Sorry, my mistake. Continue. I'm sorry, you guys. My mistake. I muted everyone by mistake. Go ahead.
3
Oh my God,
times.
what a shit show.
It's
I have a
fine.
I have a question for you, Logan. What would you say is the single most important or career defining poker advice that you received?
Logan, you there, bud? Hello, Logan. Are you there, bud? Logan, can you hear us? He's already
Okay,
hung up.
wow. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
It
Um,
muted itself.
okay, Cool Chick asked you best advice somebody's given you for your poker world.
Yeah, just you have to manage your money, proper bankroll management, and it's really nice to not have the tension of playing over your head. You know, you want to play where you're comfortable at and not over your means. That's the most important part.
So, what do you consider, for those that may be new in the space to poker, what would good bankroll management look like? Like how many buy ins, or what do you consider good bankroll management? Logan, are you there? Hello, Logan.
It keeps whenever I start talking, then it ends up doing that to me.
It's insane. So, tell us what you consider good bankroll management. How many buy ins?
Personally, I like having close to 200 buy-ins. That's a good number for me because I don't get stressed out if I go on a swing. And then I have money put aside that's not on my poker bankroll. So it just gives me a good comfort zone to operate out of.
Right on.
Yeah,
Some people think it's 100, right? A lot of people think the magic number is 100. And
which is fine.
right. I think it's, what are you comfortable with? Like, now that you've done 100, are you comfortable with 100? Now that you've done 150, are you comfortable with that? I think it's just self preference, just as long as you have a solid bankroll, right?
Yeah, and if you just have to be willing to play smaller, If you don't have the bankroll for it, like I played $3 tournaments online, $5 tournaments online, up to like $30 tournaments online, and you know, felt like it was a struggle, but I could make 3, 4, 5,000 a month if.
We'll give him a second to get his phone back lit up.
Is there any advice you would give to someone who aspires to make the WSOP that plays on Club GG?
As soon as he can hear it, Cool Chick, I want you to ask him that again. Logan, are you
No, I
there?
can hear.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard it.
perfect. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah. Um, I would say practice, study. You have to immerse yourself in the game for a while, especially because everyone else has been playing for so long and a lot of people have taken it serious for a long time. So you really have to immerse yourself in the game and just it takes a while.
So the algorithm on like Club GG, you know what I'm talking about. Um, does would you say that's good at preparing you to go on to play in IRL tournaments, or is that
Well,
like
for example, um yes, like I spent most of 2018 until the end of 2020 on my computer playing online tournaments, and then when it was time to go play live, it just felt really easy.
Oh, so you made the transition very easily. A lot of, I've spoken to a lot of online players, and they speak about a sense of awkwardness when they go live, because now people are staring at them and they have to stare at other people, and they have to be conscientious that that's happening. And so you didn't have any of that, eh?
Well, I have a lot of live cash game roots.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so and I've always felt like I was one of the better players at whatever player pool that I found that I was playing, I felt like I ended up being probably the best player in it just about all the time.
Gotcha. And what stakes do you like to play for live cash?
Oh, for live cash, 2, 5, 10 PLO.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now
Yeah.
I want to ask you, if you had to give your 20-year-old self some advice, what would that be?
Finish school. That would be the one.
That would be the one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just finish school. You don't have to do what you went to school for. Just finish it. Yeah. That would be the advice.
Okay. And one day, are you going to finish your schooling?
I've been saying I would go back when I got my poker bankroll real good. I kind of planned on going back this year, but then I feel like self-education and working for myself is probably a better path overall.
Okay.
Just at this point, I'm 35 years old. I'll be 36 in a few months. Go finish college. It wouldn't be the worst plan, but I'll just end up wanting to start businesses and do stuff like that anyway. So why not self-educate and just do it?
Hey, whatever path you take, you're going to be successful at it if you put the work in.
Thank you,
And
Sherry. Yeah, you get out what you put in for sure.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
you're at that point in your life that you're okay, that like, hey, I can do it this way or I can do it that way. And choices are good. It's good
Yeah,
to
it's
have
nice to
choices.
not have my back on the wall, trying to survive.
Right.
Like my back's off the wall and I'm not as much worried about survival. I'm more worried about finding ways to thrive and be successful.
Right. Now,
Thank you.
tell me, when you go to Vegas, like, what do you normally play as far as stakes, as far as tournaments? Are you, because I have, like, Brian will tell you, he prefers to play $1,500 tournaments or less buy in price. So do you have like a what do you call it, range for tournament buy-ins?
Yeah, actually 1,500 and down is my sweet spot. I'm trying to establish success kind of at the $1,000 or the $1,500 level. I feel like I've had success up through to.
Screen's gone.
I've had glimpses of success at the 1,500 and like some 3,500s and some 5Ks, but I've never really put the volume in and had the success like I had at the other levels. I would just go play one every now and then, and they usually went well. Like I played a $5,200 $2 million guarantee, and I ended up 15th in that one. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. That's
Okay.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I bought in for one bullet. I waited till the last flight on a Saturday because I feel like that's when a lot of recreationals are off of work and the fields are chaotic and big and there's chaos factor. You can get all these chips because the field that's there.
Right.
So I played it on the Saturday and I bagged an average stack, and then we went back for day two. And by the end of day two, I was almost triple average. And then we went back for day three. And with 27 players left, I had triple average. And I bled down. I lost the hand. And then on a big blind defend, cut off min raises. Andrew, Andrew Ostapchenko?
Yes.
No.
We lost you, Logan.
I'm back.
Okay.
So you know Andrew. All right. So he calls out of the small blind. I have pocket fives out of the big blind, so I call them in raise. We see a flop of Jack 6-5. Woo. And Andrew checks. I check. Cutoff checks. Turn comes King of Spades, putting 2 spades out. Andrew leads for 75% pot. I raise him. Original raiser folds. Comes back to him. He goes all in. And he
You got
has
2 pair.
he had a set of 6s.
Oh, set or 2 pair was my. Yeah, he was trying to keep the spades out of the hand.
Yeah, I was hoping he had maybe King Jack,
Right.
That's what I was thinking, or maybe even King Queen.
Right.
Yeah, and no, Andrew had a bigger set, and it took me out, and I got 15th. It was a 25K score, I'm not mad
Nice.
about it. Andrew's a
Nice.
great player.
Nice. Do you play at the Win a lot when you're in Vegas or no?
I enjoy it. I try to play the PLO there. That's what I like, but I also play their tournaments.
Yeah, they do such a great job at the Win. Yeah, I can't say it enough. They do a great job at the Win. All right, I brought another listener up. Matt, welcome. Do you have any questions or comments for Logan? Hello, Matt.
His microphone's off.
I love it.
Hey.
Logan is telling you to turn that microphone on and talk to us.
I'm learning how this works now.
I love it.
Matt's
All right.
Matt's an old hand at this.
I'm just so surprised he's silent right now because Matt is a good contributor as far as lots of talking in spaces. So we will see if he gets back to us. Until then, Donna, do you have some more questions or comments for Logan?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Do you like playing mixed games? Logan?
I really like Hold'em tournaments, and I like PLO cash, but I'm not really a mixed game player. I would say 98% of my focus is towards Hold'em tournaments.
Right. And do you have a preferred seat when you sat at a cash table or a tournament table?
I like the 1 and the 9.
Why?
Just the dealer is kind of like always in their space, and they never get into your space. And I feel like any other seat at the table in between 2 players, personal space becomes an issue.
Right, I get you.
It
You can
definitely
hear
can
that?
be tight if it's 10 players. Yeah, we can hear you, love.
Okay. Run that by me again?
I said it definitely can get tight if it's a 10-handed table.
Yeah, and I have pretty long legs, and it's just sometimes it's hard to get situated, and sometimes people try to take your space just to annoy you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
You know about that.
Yes, I've had men put their hands on my thigh. I've had men put their, leg
Oh my
over
goodness.
mine. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Do you want to get
Oh,
clocked?
oh my goodness.
Oh, you'd be amazed what some of these fools do. Go ahead, Donna.
Sorry, I've just lost my train of thought.
That's because you're
Thinking
thinking.
about a man putting his hand on your thighs and thinking, oh my goodness, Sherry.
Yeah, yeah. He came to the wrong thigh. Let's just say that.
Definitely. So what are you going to do
I'm
about
just
your
a
house
little.
key, Logan?
What was that?
What are you going to do about your house key? Have you got a spare one?
Do we need to push
Well,
your ass in through the window or what?
I looked at all my windows. I looked at my hiding spaces. Didn't leave one out. But I do have a locksmith that I'm gonna call him as soon as we're done with this, and just get me in.
God bless you. So maybe you need to put a spare one in your glove compartment in your car.
You're right. And I usually don't run into these issues, but I stayed with a friend of
Wow.
mine in Houston, James Duke. You know,
I do not know James.
He's about 80, but he's a lifelong poker player over 50 years. And
Oh,
on my way to Vegas, I did a pit stop at his house in Houston just to rest up, and I left my house key there.
well, today was a rough day for you. So you leaving your house key in Houston is not a surprise to at least me, who have, we've been in contact all day, so I knew what the hell was going on, and
Yeah.
I know you would not be embarrassed for me to say that you were in tears quite often today, because the letter was quite devastating, because you've worked so hard in the world of poker.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all kind of culminated to where opportunity is finally at my fingertips, and then I go through a situation where I get harassed for 2 years, and then I get treated like the problem.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, and I just hope that the Caesars management at least gives you an open ear to tell your side of the story, and hopefully the management of the property will help plead the case as well.
Yeah, they didn't even review the video footage. I didn't hit the man. All I did was respond with words that weren't even nearly as cruel as the ones he's put out.
Very unfortunate, and
Just pure evil, to be honest.
I hear you. We will keep our fingers crossed for you for sure. Now tell me, what dates are your original dates to go to Vegas this year? Like, what are your dates as of this moment?
As of this moment, I'm reconfiguring everything. I had a 69 bullet tournament schedule meticulously planned out, starting with the opening freeze out at the WSOP. And I was going to stay till the Super Turbo all the way at the end, playing everything 1500 and down.
Wow, you're really going to have to revamp. You got to regroup, Logan. And I know it has been a shitty ass day for you, but
It's
I'm
okay.
just going to say to you, as we spoke, life threw you curveballs in the past, and you were able to catch them and throw them right back where they came from. So I have faith that this door closed for right now, but other windows are opening for you.
Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing, Orleans, Wynn, Venetian, MGM, and Aria. Let's go. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and Arya's schedule looks pretty legit too. I mean, the Orleans always has some great stuff, Venetian, Win, all of them.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you're not going to go wrong as far as all of that is concerned. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about your journey in poker?
Well, I'll say this. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with my Club GG seat. It's non-refundable, but I think it is transferable, so I might have a horse.
Well, or you could, if you don't want to do that, you can certainly sell it to somebody at a discount and just take the money and run, as they say, and use it for your own buy-ins. So, you
That's
have
actually
lots of options. We can't,
Screen's gone again.
yeah, we can't hear you, Logan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we lost him. We'll have to wait for him to come back. God bless him. What a crappy day, and then his phone's acting nuts.
But he's so
It
positive. I love
Very.
it.
100%. Right, let's bring him back up.
Yep, go ahead. I'll let you do it so we're not. There you go, bud. That's okay.
yeah.
Listen, we all started one day doing the same thing you're doing, so don't sweat it. But we were talking about you maybe selling your seat for a little discount and just, what do you think of that idea?
Yeah, that's an option. And honestly, I have enough friends that are playing it that'll probably just buy it at face because they were going to anyway.
Right, right. Yeah. And
So yeah,
there,
we'll be okay. And you know what? I appreciate your support. Like, the words help. It's good energy.
well, and I was worried about you, and I just know, because I'm an old lady, that sometimes life sucks, but we make it through those bad periods in life too, right? And you've had some of those periods in your own life, and you survived, and you made it through. And guess what? You're going to make it through this shit too.
Definitely, Logan, whatever you're missing out on the WSOP, but you've got so much more out there to play and to crush. So wishing you the best of luck with this. And
Thank
I
you,
hope
Donna.
to see your name in light.
Thank you, Donna. I will do my best to make y'all proud. I appreciate it.
Well, we know you will because you're a hardworking poker player, and guess
Thank
what?
you.
You persevere. Go ahead, cool chick.
Well, I don't know if it matters or not, but you made like my day better. Like hearing that someone from Club GG actually made it, like an actual person who made it to the WSOP through Club GG, like that, like inspires me a lot, and I think that you're doing a hell of a good job, and I love your story, man. And don't
Well,
give up.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. And last year, a friend of mine from Houston, his name's AC Curry, he won his main event on the Club GG satellite. So he kind of inspired me and let me know that you can actually win them on those.
That's awesome. I love that so much. Tell us what the buy-in was for that process.
Oh, it's a $50 a month subscription
And
where
that is it a free roll for the main event seat tournament, or is there a buy-in?
it's a free roll. The way it works is they have tickets. They have first stage, second stage, and final stage. And you got to play the first stage to get to the second stage and to get to the final stage. Or if you refer people to the site, it bypasses the first two steps and you go straight to the final stage. So the more
Nice.
people you refer, the more final step tickets you get, and that's just free ammo because you paid $50 a month.
Right on.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great, but I was playing, and somehow the stars lined up. I remember one time I got real lucky with fours. I flopped the set on kings, and it sealed the deal for us. I had 2/3 of the chips in play four-handed.
That's amazing.
It was fortunate to catch that four.
That's amazing. So, if you don't mind me being so nosy, because I really don't play online, except I'll do like a special event or something.
Yeah.
What is your biggest online score? We cannot hear you, Logan. Are you there? Hello, Logan. Logan, are you there?
Here I am.
What was your biggest online score?
I've had a few around 30,000, but most of the things I play, I don't play all the big stuff online. I just kind of play to stay sharp and to get a little volume in and to make a return on investment. Most of the
Right,
tournaments I play online are a couple thousand for first, or maybe 5 or 6,000.
right on.
But
Go ahead,
with
cool chick. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, with volume,
We lost him. Logan, we lost him. Go ahead. With
yeah, it
volume,
keeps
what?
yeah. You can make a nice return off of volume. First place doesn't have to be that much as long as you're getting in the money and laddering up and winning them occasionally. It adds up.
Right on. All right,
Yeah,
go ahead, cool chick. Cool
it's been
chick. Hit
fun.
So
that
I have,
microphone button. Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I have a stage two ticket and I don't know like how to use it. And I'm like so nervous about using it. Like it's just sitting there.
Don't be nervous. Just jump in the water. Give it your best and just stay hungry and keep learning about the game.
Cool chick, you can take that shit down. Play that ticket, girl. You
Yeah,
can do it.
exactly.
You got this, girl.
You
Yeah.
can do it.
But really, just watch the best players, watch what they do, and do your best to learn and figure out why they do what they do. And over time, it just keeps making more and more sense with a little focused study, it moves a little bit faster. But, it's not easy.
Okay, I'm going to do a little housekeeping and remind everyone. First of all, I want to thank everybody for listening and those that'll hear us on replay. Remind everybody that Brian and I will be hosting our second annual Spaces WSOP coverage. Starting Monday will be the kickoff of our coverage, and it will be Monday at 9 a.m. Just like last year, we're going to do it an hour before tournaments start. So hopefully folks can get some, especially the logistics information we disseminate before they head to their daily tournament or whatever at 10 a.m. So 9 a.m. Pacific time on Monday, we'll have our kickoff for our WSOP coverage here in the Spaces. Brian and I and Donna and whoever else joins us. We had great fun doing it last year. Looking forward to doing it this year. Donna, do you have any other questions or comments?
Yeah, Logan, do you practice GTO? Do you study GTO at all?
A little bit, yeah. I'd say I'm guilty of studying GTO a fair amount.
And how much do you do study time?
I usually don't talk too much about studying in public, but depends. If I'm at
Oh, God's intervening. We can't get the lowdown. Logan, we can't hear you, bud.
Logan, it's fine if you don't give that information
I'm back.
out. It's
I'm back.
fine.
Yeah. So when I'm at home, I just end up sitting at my computer and just doing something that'll add value, whether it's studying or just working on, businesses or different ideas. I try to stay productive. Some days I'll start studying and I just get obsessed and I'll spend like 5 or 6 hours, in there and just kind of figure stuff out. But I like to average close to 2 hours a day when I'm at home.
Yeah, I think 2 hours is about right. Because obviously you need a break, and your brain gets overloaded and can only take so much in at a time.
Oh, yeah. Very true. And the threshold increases, like the more we try and the more we deal with the frustrations of learning, it gets easier as we go. Hey guys, I am so sorry, but my locksmith is trying to call me right now.
Listen, we completely understand. And honestly, we want to let you off the hook because your day has been just so dramatic. And I appreciate you. And let's do this again, Logan. Maybe when you get to Las Vegas, you can join us for one of our morning shows and we can get an update as to what you're doing in Vegas. Okay, bud?
Awesome, Sherry. Yeah, I look forward to it.
We will too. Donna, any last words, love?
No, just take care, Logan, and remember, as Sherry says, as one door closes, another one opens. And I wish you the best, and I'll look
Y'all are
forward to
y'all
seeing
are
your
awesome.
name.
Yep. I
And
appreciate y'all. Thank you. It's
We
been fun.
appreciate you, and I'll keep up with you the next couple days. Okay, bud?
Hey, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Donna. And tell Brian I said I'll see you soon.
No worries. I'll do it. He's traveling. He's flying. So I appreciate his effort tonight too. And thank you, everybody that's listening. Appreciate all of you. Good night, everyone.
Hey, good
good
night. Thank you.
night. Good night.